Okay, so this is our exit interview for Megan's GM12 capstone project. She's been working on since September, and it's just been an amazing journey. Yeah, so Megan, you share your screen and walk us through some of the highlights of it, and we'll do a bit of a reflection along the way.
Okay. I decided, well, last summer, I was presented the opportunity to choreograph a dance, which is something I thought about doing but never thought I would actually do. I didn't think I was good enough or whatever. All the critiques,
self-doubts that we have of ourselves that are so normal. We all have those.
But I thought it would be a great opportunity to do it. And then it just so happened that it worked perfectly with GM12. And I got to use it for my capstone project. Which was great. So I did this whole collection about everything I did throughout the year. And I started with a Pinterest board, which I don't know why there's only one. I think I tried to play with it a little bit, and then it ended up deleting the other board.
Oh no. But they're still there in Pinterest.
Yeah, they're still there. So I went crazy on Pinterest.
It's so fun.
So many costume ideas and hair and makeup, and it was so much fun. So that's the first one. And then we have our communication page, which I guess after February, things kind of got crazy on my end with competition.
So most of your communications ended up coming in the blog and the journal form.
Yeah. So it was like little reflections here and there. And then I did a choreography journal going.
Oh yeah, this one was so cool.
Back to how it started and our first practice and the song and kind of the whole process of choreographing.
Can you listen to that song anymore, or are you like at the point where you don't want to hear it again?
Like a couple months ago, I couldn't stand it. Amanda and Vanessa were singing it all the time, and it drove me crazy. But it's still a really pretty song, and in a couple years, I'll listen to it again. You're like, oh yeah. So then I did little journal entries every once in a while. And that's what my notebook looked like. Oh,
I loved seeing that.
And then I videoed Stefania doing it right before winter break.
Oh yeah.
And I actually went back and watched that a couple weeks ago, and it was rough.
It's so cool though, because at that moment, you guys were like, "This is amazing." You thought that was the ceiling.
Yeah.
Right? And then look at how much higher you were able to achieve than what you even imagined. It's just so cool being able to document a journey like this.
And then I don't know what this is. Oh, this is at a preview show. So this was the first time she did it. Who wasn't me and my teacher. And that was the
nerve-wracking.
Worst feeling ever. But it was great. And now looking back, it's whatever. It's fine. And then, this was about competition. That was very stressful too. Because she was.
But the results were insane.
I know. I was shocked. Like very, very shocked.
That's just so cool, Megan.
And then, this was my little side project. I actually meant to put another picture in here, but I totally forgot to.
Oh yeah, with the busyness of your world, you had to start getting super into planning.
and I love it. I still
Are
do
you still
it.
doing that?
And this
Cool.
picture right here, it's all filled up about halfway.
Wow.
I honestly can't believe I kept up with that. That's crazy.
That's very cool.
But it's fun to go back and see what I was doing a couple months ago.
I love that. I still have planners from when I was in university, and it's so cool to be like, oh yeah, that weekend I went climbing with this person I barely even remember, or that night I went to the show, and it's a neat. Planners are a cool form of journaling.
I know. I tried so many times to get into journaling, and I kept losing it and not feeling inspired. But now it's like part of my routine every morning to open my planner and write things down or check things off. And
nice. I love that.
It's fun. And then the blog. This was last year's project, but I was able to revive it.
That was nice, and it kind of got a facelift.
Yeah, that was fun. It was fun to redo it. I'll go into there. I did a few different entries. One just like little welcome back. I did a planner one, and then a little bit about the dance, and then a competition entry.
Oh yeah, awesome.
That this whole experience.
So that was kind of like your journal, the blog, in a sense. It was a place where you were able to put your thoughts down. You knew I wasn't like editing it. It was, just a bit of a reflection time for you. And you did that on a fairly regular basis, like once a month or every 6 weeks.
Yeah, I tried to make a note of it every month. Put something in. And then I did a little thing of my dances.
Oh yeah, and then you were on the sideline while you were still choreographing at the Storm. You were doing your own dances.
I didn't have as many as last year, which was good. It was a lot less stressful. And we actually we just had our year-end show for solos and duos on Monday.
Oh, cool.
Now they're done.
Oh,
and I'm pretty happy about never having to do a solo again.
Ah, yay! That's an accomplishment.
But it was fun while it lasted.
Oh yeah, this one's very cool.
For one of the competitions, the festival that we did, that Stefania did, we entered it under student teacher, which meant that I was being adjudicated. And that was so stressful. But I had to do a whole write-up of choreography notes, and I had to do why I chose the music, what inspired the dance, and then the story of the dance. And
didn't you get 100% on that?
Yeah. Which again,
wow.
And then a floor plan too. And this whole thing took me like a month to do because I wanted it to be good. Yeah. And then a little reflection.
Oh, sweet. So this is what you just added in. Well, after our exit interview today, I will go in and comment on it. But if you could do any little summary of the reflection, are there a few things that stand out?
Well, the majority of it is just
the journey.
Yeah, which I have documented, but just a little summary. And then at the end, there's a little sneak peek into next year.
Oh, well, that's one of my prompting questions for you as we get to the end of this exit interview is what's next?
One of my sister's friends if I would do a dance for her daughter next year.
Really? Yay.
So that's my little, that's what I have planned.
Good, because you're not planning on necessarily being part of the dance company, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. But then you can do some projects like this on the side.
And this is usually what happens. Usually the graduating students will come back and do a couple solos.
Cool.
Or a couple have even gotten their own class every week to teach.
And are you still thinking about that? I know at one point earlier this year that was an interest of yours.
I would love to.
Yeah.
For a little bit. I don't think I could do it for any length of time, but I would love to for like a year or two.
Yeah, totally. I can see you in that role. Just, yeah, your students would love you.
And then I went through all of the pages that I put in this collection and did a little.
Oh my gosh. Awesome.
Just little. All of the references.
Not so little. That's great. Wow. Thank you for gathering all of those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yay, Megan. Wow. Well, it's just hard to imagine that this is already coming to an end this year, this big project that's just been, every other week we sit down and we have chats about it. And there's been so many ups and downs throughout. There was weeks where you just like couldn't wait to meet and you had so much to share. And then there was weeks where you were just like, overwhelmed. And there was weeks where you were nervous, and I kind of saw you through. I'm like imagining, how you're putting those little squares of how you're feeling every day on your planner. I'm like, I've got my own for you. I'm like, I bet I'd be pretty accurate with, if I was doing my, I could track what I've seen you go through this year. But the really neat thing is that, you're starting and ending with this like pretty blissful, excited state, which I think is really important. And I think that's a huge part of a journey, right? Is that like, we know what's at the beginning and what's at the end. Those are like, a lot of the time, those are like predetermined results. And that gives us a sense of like, release. But as soon as we step off that initial, beginning platter, we move into the unknown.
Yeah.
And it is filled with everything we can imagine. Work through all of that. And it's really cool that you've been able to document it this year in this course. That portfolio is something pretty special. You organized it beautifully. You documented so many thoughts and emotions. And you and I have talked about this throughout, because it's so cool that we've been working together for so long now. Mm-hmm. I see your voice getting more and more authentic in your writing. Whereas I think in grade 10, it was pretty edited when you were sharing things. And now I see how you're able to just like say it the way that you would, or write it the way that you would say it to me, which is super cool as well. So that's another skill that I think you really developed this year alongside your communication skills, but this like authenticity of knowing who you are and just sharing that. And I think dance is an amazing form of expression, and I'm sure dance has helped you a lot with that along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yay. Okay, I'm turning off the recording. Thanks everyone who's watching.